morning to everyone present here. Today is not merely a gathering, but a moment of remembrance and gratitude. We come together to honor the life and vision of our founder, Kalvi Thanthai Thiru K.RAMASAMY, whose dedication to education laid the foundation for institutions that continue to shape countless futures. His legacy stands strong in every classroom, every student, and every achievement of these great institutions. To mark this beginning, let us start with a prayer song. I kindly request everyone to rise for the prayer song.
നീരാരും കടലൊടുത്ത നിലമടന്ത കേളിലൊഴുകും സീരാരും വദനമെന തികൾ പരത കണ്ടമിത് തെക്കനമും അതിസിറந்த திராவிடனும் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறைநுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you. Please be seated. It is now my honor to invite Dr. K. Kalidasa, Principal, National Engineering College, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected Chief Guest, Air Commander S. Balamurugan, Honorable Chairman, Vice Chairman, Correspondent, Members of Management Committee, Director of NEC, Principals of Lakshmi Ammal Polytechnic College and K.R. College of Arts and Science, distinguished alumni, faculty members, students, parents, media friends, and dear well-wishers. A very good morning to all. Today we have gathered here with deep respect and gratitude to commemorate the 7th Memorial Day of our beloved founder chairman, Kalvi Thanthai Thiru K.RAMASAMY. It is a moment to remember a visionary leader whose dream and dedication laid the foundation for the K.R. Group of Institution, National Engineering College, Lakshmi Ammal Polytechnic College, and the K.R. College of Arts and Science. Our founder family believed the education is the most powerful tool to transform lives and uplift the society. With this conviction, he envisaged world-class educational institution in this region and worked tirelessly to make this vision reality. What we see today as thriving institution of learning and the result of his foresight, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to quality education. His legacy continues to inspire us every day. An educator and a student, we carry forward the mission of empowering young minds with knowledge, value, and opportunity for a bright future. On this meaningful occasion, it's my privilege on behalf of management, director, and the principals of sister concerns to warmly welcome our distinguished alumnus and the Chief Guest Air Commander S. Balamurugan, Viksis Seva Medal recipient, Command Engineering Officer, Indian Air Force Headquarters, Eastern Air Command, Shillong. He will be delivering the 7th Memorial Lecture on the topic, Engineering Your Way into the Defense Service, Requirement, Strategies, and Opportunities. We are honored by your presence and grateful that you have taken this time to share your insight with our students. I also extend warm welcome to our trust members, management guests, auditor, legal advisors, and media representatives who joined us today. My sincere welcome to the director, principals, deans, HODs, faculty members, and the staff of NEC, LAPC, and KRACS, who is participating in this program both in person and online. I warmly welcome our students of 3 institutions whose presence truly enriches this memorial event. Finally, I extend a heartfelt welcome to alumni, parents, well-wishers, and all stakeholders who are watching this program through online. Let us make this occasion a meaningful tribute to the life and vision of our founder. Once again, I will warmly welcome to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your gracious words and warm welcome. Now I request Dr. S. Shanmugavel, Director, National Engineering College, to deliver the presidential address.
Very good morning to all of you. Respected Chief Guest of today's function, Air Commodore Balamurugan, VSM, who is also a distinguished alumnus of our College of Mechanical Engineering Department, who passed out from our college in the year 1997. And he is the Command Engineering Officer, Indian Air Force. Respected Vice Chairman, respected correspondent, respected members of the Governing Board, respected principals of our college and the sister institutions, dear colleagues, invited guests, students, ladies and gentlemen. We have all assembled here on an occasion of the 7th Memorial Day of our founder chairman. Normally, on such occasions, we recall with a deep sense of gratitude the services, sacrifices, and commitments that are made by such departed noble souls. And on this occasion, we have assembled here to recall all the services done by our founder chairman. As all of us know, our chairman was very popular among every section of the society, and he had a grand vision to educate the people around this region. But eventually, it happens to be the great service to the humanity as a whole. The students who have passed out from our colleges, the institutions that are created, are established by our founder chairman. All the students are spread all across the globe. They are contributing in immense measure to the society at large. And we are very grateful to our founder chairman for having established such institutions and provided us with this opportunity to serve such institutions. So, on this occasion, let us take a resolve to imbibe the qualities of our founder chairman and continue with the legacy of our founder chairman by contributing to the extent possible by all of us, all the staff members, students, and all those who are associated with such institutions, and with the contributions of our founder chairman. Let us take this resolve to continue the legacy and make the dreams of our founder chairman true in the future also. So with these few words, I thank all of you for having come over here for this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts. Moving ahead, it's my pleasure to invite Dr. S. Madhivanan, Principal, K.R. College of Arts and Science, to introduce the chief guest of today's program.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, students, and distinguished guests. It is my privilege and honor to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Air Commander S. Balamurugan, Visis Seva Medal recipient, a distinguished officer of Indian Air Force. Air Commander S. Balamurugan was commissioned into the Indian Air Force in the year 1997 as an aeronautical engineer. He completed his Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering from our National Engineering College in the year 1997. During his illustrious service, he further enhanced his academic excellence by completing M.Tech in Quality Management from BITS Blani and MBA from Osmania University. With 28 years of distinguished service in the Indian Air Force, Air Commander S. Balamurugan has gained vast experience in maintenance, engineering management, and supply chain management of various fighter and trainer aircraft. Over the years, he has held several prestigious and responsible positions, including Senior Engineering Officer in a frontline fighter aircraft squadron, Chief Quality Assurance Officer in an Aero Engine Repair Depot, Squadron Commander of Service Support Center, Training Coordinator Officer at the Mechanical Training Institute, Air Force Station, Tambaram, Commanding Officer of the Ground Duty Officers Examination Board, and Joint Director at Headquarters, Vayu Bhavan, New Delhi. At present, he is serving as Command Engineering Officer at Headquarters, Eastern Air Command, Shillong, Meghalaya. Air Commander Balamurugan has also completed many prestigious professional courses, including the Aeronautical Engineering course, Quality Assurance course, Air Armament course, Higher Defense Management course, and Graduate Certificate in Public Policy. He also completed the Junior Command and Staff course in Bangladesh and underwent maintenance training on Hawk Mk-132 aircraft at British Aerospace Engineering System in United Kingdom. His academic and professional excellence has earned him several recognitions. He was the best outgoing student of our National Engineering College in the year 1997 and best all-rounder at the Air Force Technical College in the year 1999. He also secured first rank in the Junior Command and Staff course in Bangladesh. In recognition of his exceptional service, he was commended by the Air Officer Commanding-in-Chief in 2001 and by the Chief of Air Staff in the year 2013 for his outstanding contribution to the nation. For his outstanding contribution to the nation, he was honored with the prestigious Visis Seva Medal by the Honorable President of India in the year 2021. We are indeed proud that such an accomplished officer and illustrious alumnus of our National Engineering College is with us today as the chief guest on the occasion of the 7th Memorial Day of our revered founder chairman Kalvi Thanthai Thiru K.RAMASAMY. Let us warmly welcome Air Commander S. Balamurugan, Visis Seva Medal, to this August gathering. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir, for the kind introduction. In honor of your exemplary achievements and unwavering dedication, we are privileged to present you with a shawl and memento. I now request our Vice Chairman, Thiru K.R. Krishnamurthy, sir, to bestow the chief guest with the shawl. With great excitement and anticipation, we extend a warm welcome to our Air Commander S. Balamurugan VSM to deliver a dynamic special lecture.
Morning all of you. How is your motivation? Good morning all of you. No, I am not hearing. Good morning all of you. Excellent. Why we want this? Why we want this? Okay, before I start, I don't want anyone to just listen to this. Just listen to this, only 30 minutes. Okay, I'm not going to take much of your time, but this 30 minutes, what you are going to hear, will be worth of your life. That is the reason I am just asking you, how is your motivation? So one more time, how is your motivation? No, not at all. How is your motivation? Okay, this is how we were also there when I was in 1997. Okay. Okay, to start off, respected chairman, correspondence vice chairman, and all the members, and my guru, Dr. Kalidas, and all my young leaders, future leaders who is present here. I am really privileged to be here in this college, in this position, and standing in front of you. It is just the college, without knowing, has taught me the leadership, how to adjust and cope up with the changing environment, and also the way we have to do the duty and the devotion. So when I was being called in the first instance itself, I said yes, so that whatever I felt during 1997 when I have to join Indian Air Force, the awareness level what I was having at that time was almost nil, but still I could able to join Indian Air Force. Now I wanted to give you some awareness about what is defense services and how we can strategize ourselves to join this organization. So let us not waste the time on this, and we will go ahead with how we can engineer our way into defense services, what is the requirement, strategy, and the opportunities. So my endeavor is, after completing this, is to ensure that you are aware about what is defense services of India about, what is the role of Indian Air Force specially, what are the requirements which Air Force is asking from you, and also what is the strategy we have to adopt to join this Indian great prestigious organization, and what are the opportunities this Air Force can give you. So with this, let us get into the defense services of India. What you see here is basically the Honorable President of India is our Supreme Commander. We work under central government and the Ministry of Defense. We have three defense services, mainly Indian Air Force, Indian Army, and Indian Navy. These services are headed by the three service chiefs. Can anyone tell the name of these three chiefs? Anyone? Okay. General Upendra Trivedi, who is the Chief of Army Staff. Admiral Tripathi, who is the Chief of Navy. And Air Marshal Amarpreet Singh, who is the Chief of Indian Air Force. And over and above, there is CDS, Chief of Defense Services, who is the Supreme Commander of Military. He is General Anil Chauhan. He is responsible for overall coordination among the three services whenever we are in the conflict. It is really difficult for us to tell about all these three services within the time of 30 minutes. So we will concentrate more on the Indian Air Force. Before we start off, let us see a video.
Sleep well, my mother. Sleep well, my father. Another beautiful dawn is on its way. Sleep well, my sister. Sleep well, my brother. There are still stars in the sky. Sleep well, my daughter. Sleep well, my son. May all your dreams be sweet. Sleep well, my motherland, while I watch over you from far above. I will let nothing come between me and all that I love.
So Indian Air Force is a Katabo. Our mission is to prepare for war and to deter it. To defend our nation, we do the aerial combats and do our duty with rapid, precise, and decisive aerospace power. Our motto is to touch the sky with glory.
Nabah Sparsham Devatam जाबाज हम चले छूने आसमां चले अपनी तो बस यही उड़ान है बड़ी शान से चले अभिमान से चले अपनी तो बस यही पहचान है ये आसमां है
when the aircraft roar, it gives an immense pride to us. When you are sitting inside the cockpit and ready to give the ground run, put an afterburner, when the aircraft is ready to take off, so you will get a feel. That feel is not, it's really difficult to explain here. Our motto is to touch the sky with glory. Our motto is to touch the sky with glory, and I am always be proud to be as an Indian Air Force officer. What is the role of Indian Air Force? Why I wanted to tell you all before we start off with what is our requirement to join the Air Force, but there is some requirement what Air Force wanted from the young leaders. So let us talk about the role of Indian Air Force through the history of Indian Air Force, and then what is the requirement of Indian Air Force. The Indian Air Force started number 1 squadron at Karachi with only 5 aeroplanes, 4 aeroplanes, 5 pilots and 9 technicians in the year 8 October 1932. The first mission started with the Burma campaign 1939 to 1945, wherein it is only with Lysander's aircraft at that time carrying 2 250-pounder bombs in their side, going towards the Burma without any escorted aeroplanes. And you just see the courage of each and every pilot who participated in that, how courageous they are to go with only 2 bombs without any escorts. And this is the way of life at that time. 15 August 1947, when India got independence, the permanent bases got distributed, divided, and the important thing here is what you are seeing in this is the Dakota aircraft, which took off from Chandigarh, landed in Srinagar in an unpaved runway without any planning and reconnaissance. And it was to carry an entire troop of army in order to face the insurgents who was there at that time. This was the courage, changing situation, adaptable to the environment which is required without any hesitation. Can anyone tell who is he? He is one among those officers who got commissioned on 8 October 1932. Later, he is the one who became the first commander of a flight, first commander of a squadron, first commander of a station, and first commander-in-chief of Indian Air Force in the year 1954. Anyone? Okay. Air Marshal Subrata Mukherjee. The next action was 1965 Indo-Pak War. September 1965, the first aerial conflict happened. And this was, if you see the aircraft, this is NAT aircraft, which took off to counter the Sabres of Pakistan Air Force. And during this combat, 4 Pakistan Sabres were down by the NAT. So this is the first aerial conflict achieving success in Indian Air Force. 1971 Indo-Pak War. You all know what is the final stage of this 1971 war. This is the war which actually tested the capability of Indian Air Force. The war was fought in 2 fronts, Western Front along the Jaisalmer and Ahmedabad border, and in the Eastern Front towards the Bangladesh border. The Eastern Front, in the Western Front, the main aim was to disrupt the enemy communication, the destruction of the fuel and ammunition depots, and also the Pakistan army who was coming in with the tanks, armored regiment, and they have to be stopped in order to complete the offensive action by the Pakistan army. Once this was going on in the Western Front, and in the Eastern Front, the aim was to do heliborne operations in order to land the paratroopers there in Bangladesh, supporting the ground forces of Indian Army, and take the land as much as possible. What you are seeing in the photographs are, there is a Longewala. What you are seeing in the photograph, second photograph, is Longewala. I think everyone will be knowing about the Border movie. If you would have seen the Border Hindi movie, wherein when the army tanks of Indian Army was approaching towards the border and it is going to cross, it is now at that time 400 aircraft took off from Jaisalmer Air Base and devastated the entire armored regiment of Pakistan Army, resulting in a great success towards non-availability of Pakistan Army to enter inside the Indian territory. This was the offensive attack done by only 400 aircraft at that time. And last, what you are seeing is the 1971 declaration, the liberation of Bangladesh. During 1971 war, one more area, that is in Srinagar, with one NAT aircraft, the officer who is in the photograph has defended and established air defense, complete air defense of the Srinagar Air Base from the enemy aircraft. The preemptive strike was conducted by the Pakistan Air Force. It was not difficult. It was really difficult for any aircraft from Indian Air Force Base to take off from that area. However, with great courage, this officer took off the NAT aircraft and shot down 4 Sabres with only one NAT aircraft, and finally he has to sacrifice himself for defending the Srinagar Air Base. For the one, he has been awarded the highest gallantry award in India, gallantry award of India, that is Parambir Chakra, and his name is Flying Officer Nirmaljit Seko. To go ahead with what is this role, why I was explaining all these things is to understand what is the role of Indian Air Force. So you see another 2-3 videos, and finally we will come to a conclusion, what is the role of Indian Air Force.
प्रचंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड, आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम गुहार दो। आन बान शान या की जान का हो दान, आज एक धनुष के बाण पे उतार दो। आरंभ है प्रचंड, मन करे सो प्राण दे, जो मन करे सो प्राण ले, वही तो एक सर्वशक्तिमान है। मन करे सो प्राण दे, जो मन करे सो प्राण ले, वही तो एक सर्वशक्तिमान है। विश्व की पुकार है, ये भागवत का सार है, कि युद्ध ही तो वीर का प्रमाण है। कौरवों की भीड़ हो या पांडवों का नीड़ हो, जो लड़ सका है वो ही तो महान है।
Heavy rains have caused widespread havoc and devastation across the country. Most affected is the state of Uttarakhand, where hundreds of lives have been lost due to landslides. From the devastation country caused across the Maya Himalaya, Indian Air Force has come into action with a relief operation, rescuing thousands of stranded people.
So this was one of the disaster relief which was undertaken in Ukraine. Just see the video of Balakot strike.
On 14 February 2019 afternoon, martyrdom of 40 Central Police Forces shook the entire nation. Jaish-e-Mohammed suicide bomber rammed an explosive-laden car into a CRPF convoy at Lithipura in the Pulwama district of Jammu and Kashmir of India. A week and few days later, Indian forces avenged this dastardly terror attack.
In an intelligence-led operation in the early hours of today, India struck the biggest training camp of the Jaish-e-Mohammed in Balakot. In this operation, a very large number of Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, trainers, senior commanders and groups of jihadis who were being trained for Fidai in action were eliminated.
At around 3:30 a.m. on February 26, the Indian Air Force fighter jets flew from the Gwalior Air Force Base and entered into Pak-occupied Kashmir. The jets demolished the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camps in Balakot in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan. The entire operation lasted for about 21 minutes. Later the same day, the Indian government confirmed the airstrikes and characterized it to be the preemptive strike directed against a terrorist training camp in Pakistan. A total of 16 aircraft, at least 6 each armed with Spice 2000 and Crystal Maze missiles with penetrator warheads, crossed the line of control and flew into Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. They hit Balakot terror camp. Warheads were dropped on 3 targets in Balakot by Indian Air Force's Mirage 2000s. The target camp was approximately 80 kilometers from the line of control. Indian forces ensured 0 civilian casualty. India's out-of-the-box response displayed India's defence capability and affirmed its right to defend itself against terrorism. The Indian government described Balakot airstrike as an event of military precision and impact.
The last one we undertook is the Operation Sindoor. It is still yet to be disclosed, so I am not in a position to describe about this year. With all these, from 1932 to till date, with the operations, you will be in a position to understand what is the role of Indian Air Force, as I told you in the first instance, to prepare for war and deter it. Why is this? Is the characteristics of this aerospace power, which can reach to any distance, which you had seen here from Gwalior to Balakot. Flexibility, it can change the role at any time, from bomber to fighter to reconnaissance, anything you name it. Mobility, from one place to another at a faster rate. Responsiveness, it is one of the important training which we achieve, that once the air raid, if you would have seen the air raid button, once the air raid is announced, it will be within 2 minutes, the aircraft will be in air with all the missiles and the bombs loaded. That is the responsiveness which we have. And also the surface-to-air guided weapons, the radar, and all those are 24/7, 365 days in operation. Offensive lethality, it is not the defense we cater, and whenever needed, we have to give an offensive action as required. And also, we have the trans-domain capability to go across the globe with the C-130 and C-17 transport aircraft with us, and with Su-30 aircraft which can fly 9 hours without landing. This is possible only with air-to-air refueling and the available technology in the Indian Air Force. Just to highlight some more, there is now symmetric warfare is not there. It is asymmetric and hybrid. Anytime, any type of war can happen. So it is always not only air power, there is a requirement of space which is to be come with it. So the technologies has improved in such a manner, ductile space and information war capabilities to the conventional operations. Network-centric warfare capability is one other development which has happened in Indian Air Force, with offensive and AD operations conducted synergetically through IACCS, Integrated Air Combat Control System. This is nothing but there is a sensor and a shooter. Between sensor and a shooter, the one which is sensing is nothing but the radar which is there deployed, overseeing the enemy territory up to 400 kilometers, and it will tell is there any aircraft which is coming in. Sensor to the shooter, there will be always one aircraft flying in the space which is called as combat air patrol, and those aircraft are the one which will be deployed for shooting. So from the sensor to the shooter, the communication should be very strong, it should be integrated, and it should give the directions and the decisions on time on the target. With the multi-role capabilities and the capable of rapid role change, the flexible assets available with the Indian Air Force are employed cohesively as per the emerging situation. So now can you all say what is the role of Indian Air Force? Anyone, please. Just tell among all these, whatever you had seen. First one of you. Come out. What is the first role of air defense? Okay, I had told air defense, but he is ready to tell something. Okay, thank you. So, what is the role of Indian Air Force? Is to air defense, offensive operations as required, conduct military logistics wherever required in order to sustain the operations, aid to civil authorities, what you had seen by during floods and other areas, also casualty evacuation whenever there is a war-like situation and etc. So, it's not very simple that these roles are to be taken care in rapid, precise and decisive. So, what is the vision of Indian Air Force is to be an agile, adaptable Air Force that provides decisive aerospace power in furtherance of our national interest. Now, why I tell all this? We look at you all, whoever is going to join Indian Air Force, willing to join Indian Air Force, to be agile, to be ready to adapt to any situation at any time. Your integrity, mission and excellence in everywhere is much more needed than a normal life. So it is a way of different life. Just see this video to see how is the life in Air Force.
There's a certain class that hasn't signed up for the 9 to 5, that has a different idea of a daily commute, and will only settle for a workstation at 40,000 feet. The excitement at work isn't about a game of pool, it's about landing at the world's highest airstrip. Here, the incentives are different. The Indian Air Force is not a job, it is a way of life. We are looking for the exceptional, the ones a cut above. Here, gravity and physics don't call the shots. And sound travels slower than you. This is a different kind of place. That's why we're looking for different kind of people. People whose body strength is second only to the power of their minds. For whom excellence is not a job, but a way of being, be it in the sky or on the ground. We are looking for an invincible team of invincible people. People who are a cut above.
Join the Indian Air Force to be a cut above.
So, after knowing what is the requirement Air Force wants, what is the type of leaders Air Force wants, now let us get into, are we those type of leaders? What is the requirement to join Indian Air Force? It's not where you come from, it's who you want to become. There are three types of entries. one is through UPSC. You can join NDA after 10+2, and the exam is conducted by the Union Public Service Commission. The other one is through Air Force Common Admission Test, which is for us, the engineers, who can able to join after completing. This is the first test which you have to appear. I'll go further detail when we go further. And third is our young NCC special guys. They can also join without appearing for any entrance test. They can just straight away go to the service selection board. And I'm really have to appreciate the way the NCC cadets here had done the drill and the march at that time. Hats off to you. Why I told this is it made me to march along with you. Types of commission, there are two types of commission. One is permanent commission, the other one is short service commission. The permanent commission is the one which you are engaged for 20 years compulsory, and after that you can go for premature separation from service. We call it as PSS, or you continue in service up till the age of superannuation. Normally for pilots the superannuation age is 54 years, and for ground duty officers, technical as well as non-technical, it is 57 years for till this rank of Air Commodore. If you get promoted to the next rank, that is Air Vice Marshal, then you will get one more year, that is 58 years of service. And if you are getting promoted to the rank of Air Marshal, 2 more years, up to 60 years of service. And if you are getting promoted to the rank of Air Chief Marshal, you can go up to 62 years of service. Short Service Commission, this is for 10 years, no bounding. It is 10 years initially, extendable up to 14 years. After that, you can leave the service. In case you want to continue in service, there is a selection process. Whoever is joining as Short Service Commission officers is not required to do anything. During the performance, there is a performance reviews which happens every year, and based on that performance reviews, if you are opting for going as permanent commission, then you will be automatically extended to the permanent commission with the same perks and the allowances what permanent commissioned officer will take on. 3 different type of branches we have: flying branch, ground duties technical, and ground duties non-technical. If you are keen to go towards the flying branch, yes, as engineer, this is one opportunity that we can go into flying branch, technical branch, as well as the non-tech branches. So this is the option available with all engineers. If you want to go to flying branch, you can get into the fighter streams, the helicopter stream, or the transport stream. The type of entries in this, it is not visible to you, I'm sure. Mainly, there are 4 types of entries which I told: NDA, CDS, that is Combined Defense Services Examination, NCC Special Entry, and finally AFCAT. So NDA, it is for your sisters and brothers that after 10+2 they can appear for NDA. If you are going for NDA, 3 years in NDA and 1 year in Air Force Academy, so after 4 years you will get commissioned as an officer, and which will be a permanent commission. If you are coming through CDS, that is Combined Defense Services, then also you can be as a permanent commission. NCC Special Entry is also a permanent commission for men, and Short Service Commission for women. But with respect to AFCAT, it is Short Service Commission for men as well as women. And the age bar is 20 to 24 years. And with respect to NDA, it is 16.5 to 9.5 years, 19.5 years. No requirement here, because this entire thing will be available in the websites which I am going to flash after this. If you are a technical branch, you are actually going to certify the weapon systems fit for operational as well as mission ready as and when needed. So you are the one who is going to certify whether the weapon systems are mission ready and operational. So you can join as either aeronautical engineer electronics or the aeronautical engineer mechanical. The types of entries are the same. There are only 2 types of entries for technical branch, which is NDA after 10+2 and AFCAT. So you all will be eligible for this Air Force Common Admission Test, which will happen in June and December. The advertisements will be released 2 months before the exam, and thereafter you go for the entrance exam. I'll explain later what is the type of exam which will be. Whoever is joining will be joining as the Short Service Commission officer through the AFCAT. If you are coming from NDA, then it will be permanent commission. With respect to technical branch, aeronautical engineer, electronics, the requirement to fulfill is you should be a BTech or BE degree holder in any of these branches. Mostly all branches are covered. There is no branch which is left out that you cannot join. Similarly for AEM, these are all the branches. With respect to ground duty non-tech, anyone who wanted to join as a non-tech graduate, there are 5 branches, which is administration, ADAM ATC, air traffic control, which controls the air traffic movement, ADAM fighter control, which controls the fighter movement during all scenarios, and pure ADAM, looking after the ADAM responsibilities. Logistics, nothing but the supply chain management, accounts, education, metrology, and weapon system branch. Weapon system branch looks after the armament and surface to air guided weapons. The type of entries more or less remain same for tech as well as non-tech branch, with little difference in the educational qualification. Especially in education branch, it is a postgraduate requirement. If you go further, strategy to join, this group who is sitting here, is there any possibility to join? That is what is normally the questions which will come. Just see this video.
एक लड़की हूं मैं, धमाकों से डरना मेरी फितरत है, पटाखों से छुपना मेरी आदत है। इस तेज रफ्तार में कहीं पीछे रह जाऊंगी, आसमान की ऊंचाइयों से घबरा जाऊंगी, नौकरी का वजन कहाँ उठा पाऊंगी। एक लड़की हूं ना, हार मान जाऊंगी, अपनी हसरतों को मारकर एक लड़का जन्मूंगी, किसी और की खुददारी पर पलके झपकाऊंगी, बराबरी के सपने देखूंगी तो तोड़ दिए जाएंगे, ख्वाहिशों को पर लगाऊंगी तो काट दिए जाएंगे। एक लड़की ही तो हूं, वो लड़की जो घर बनाती है अब घर बचाएगी।
The selection cycle starts with, as I told you, advertisement, which is given 2 months before. Do the registration, then go for the Air Force Common Admission Test exam. The Air Force Common Admission Test, I'll tell you the strategies again. Thereafter, you will go for whoever is getting selected in the Air Force Common Admission Test will get into the Air Force Selection Board. In our case, it will be there in Mysore, and the Air Force Selection Board will be having around 5 days of rigorous selection process. Once you are getting selected in that, then you will go into medicals. Once your medical standards are clear, then there will be final merit list, all India level, and after the final merit list, you will get the joining instruction. Everyone will be seeing, no, this selection process is very long. It's really difficult for us to get a crack of it. Is it like that way? It's not like that. If I can, in the year 1997, without knowing anything about this, could able to join. After clearing all these exams, it is the exam which is going on for the last, you can say around 50 years. It is going on in the same manner. They know what is required. What is required is nothing but you be as it is. You are being nurtured in this college to be as it is, and when you actually go to appear before the exam, just be as it is. I'm sure you will be in a position. I'm seeing a complete development in this 28 years. What I'm seeing is a different college here. Even at that time, with the amount of available infrastructure we could able to get into Indian Air Force, I'm sure there are possibilities here. You all will be, being as it is, will get into Indian Air Force. Let's go further with key strategies. What all strategies you need to adopt to join Indian Air Force? First is academic preparation. For the academic preparation, the core subjects is nothing but you just go as per the syllabus. Syllabus is there in the websites. It is very, very, very normal. It is not about the technical, it is about the general. And the general is also not much. It is just knowing about basics of history, geography and the other things. There are study materials available. Just consider taking the PYQs, previous year questions. You will come to know what is that and do the time management. Once you finish this, it's easy to crack AFCAT. It is not very easy because there is no demarked the marks in that. You need to take 50 marks, you need to take 75 marks. It is not that. It is as per the requirement at that time. In case we require 50 officers to come inside, we take first 50. So it is percentile system. So just go through it. It is very easy to crack. Physical fitness is one thing which is important. You need to be training. Training means not very regular. Don't go for coaching or something. It is just a regular walk or run. 1.6 kilometers in 7 to 8 minutes, which is possible for your young people. If I can do this at this age, I am sure you will be in a position to do it at this age. Health is very important. With this normal physical fitness, you get into the SSB. When you are getting into the SSB, what they are first saying, there is 2 stages of exam. I'll just come to that later. What they are seeing is basically officer-like qualities. As I told you earlier, this college is the one which nurtured me to become a leader. We require leader, not a manager. So leadership will be inculcated. Leadership is required, courage is required, and teamwork is required. Communication is another requirement during interview and group discussion. Stay updated with the current affairs, and during interview there may be some technical specific questions on specializations. When you go to the Air Force Selection Board, I'll just get into this straight away. Phase 1, Phase 2, and then the board. So Phase 1 is nothing but the first day when you go there, this is the one which I wanted to concentrate because AFCAT is very easy to clear. The one which is very difficult and somewhat you need to prepare yourself is the Service Selection Board. It's a 5-day examination. First day you will be giving the picture perspection and description test. They will test the officer's intelligence quality. So intelligence is tested. You need to write a story based on the picture, and that story will tell how courageous you are, what is the type of initiative you are taking, how positive you are, and everything will be assessed in that. That is the first day. If you are not in a position to clear, then you will come back. If you are positioned to clear, then go to the Phase 2. In the Stage 2, there will be 3 types of tests: psychological test, group testing, and interview. Psychological test is very easy to clear, which you all will be studying throughout the life. Group testing is one which you need to have some knowledge about it, wherein it will not only be the group discussion, it is the group activities. So I just wanted to tell one thing which I appeared. There are 10 members in the group and you will be told to cross some hurdles, 10 hurdles. As a team, there is no leader in the team. At that time it is designated. So I was among one of the 10 members. I am a sportsman, I was athlete. So I could able to cross all 10 hurdles very easily. So I finished. I was about to finish. It is at the 8th hurdle I was there. I was about to finish. But I saw my team members, the 8th chap or 9th chap who is crossing only 2nd. So now, what I did, without anyone telling, I just went back, came along with that last chap, asked him, do this like this way, do this like this way, took him along and then crossed the entire thing within so much time available. I don't know how I did it, but I'm telling you, still I'm getting the goosebumps. I don't know how I did it. But after doing that, when I was there in the final day, there are 60 people appearing with me and I'm the only one who got selected in that. And that only one is nothing but when I was about to leave, at that time they told, this is one thing which we wanted, that you didn't leave your men behind. You took all of them. You become the role model. You took all of them, guided them and be there. So this is what is required. And I'm sure you will be in a position to get into it if you are as yourself. Interview, easy. Just speak yourself. They just ask you, how are you? Tell about yourself. And I told about myself for 45 minutes. So it is just you tell about yourself, they will know how to crack you, how to decide that you are in that position. So just be yourself. I am telling again and again, be yourself. Attend the interviews, attend the group discussions, attend the group exercise. You will come to know that this is what is required. CPSS is nothing but the cockpit computerized pilot selection system. It is for the pilots. Whoever wants to become pilot, you will be going in this, because the computerized system will automatically tell whether you are in a position to take the decision under stress. This is the one which you need to see, careerindianairforce.cdac.in. And these are some websites which is available. So go through these websites. You will be in a position to get as much knowledge as you want. So with all these, you know now what is the requirement, what are the strategies, how to come inside, and what are the opportunities in IAF, because that is one thing which you require, because do I have an opportunity, career opportunities in IAF? So just see this video.
वायुसेना में जाने वाले लोग कुछ खास ही होते हैं। दुनिया की चौथी सबसे बड़ी वायुसेना में आने का इनका सफर यहाँ से शुरू होता है, एक ऐसी जगह जहाँ इनके दिमाग और शरीर दोनों को मजबूत बनाया जाता है। यहाँ भर्ती हुए फ्लाइट कैडेट्स को आसमान का रक्षक और योद्धा बनने की ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है। भारतीय वायुसेना का इकलौता ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट ये है एयरफोर्स एकेडमी।
So this is the first one which you will go. This is the first one, training. After joining Air Force, you will be as a cadet. You will go for 6 months training at Air Force Academy. It's somewhat a tough training because you have to become a military leader. So once that training is completed, then you will get into Air Force Technical College, 1 year of training there. And that training is mainly rigorous towards the studies, aeronautical engineering course. Once you complete that, after 1.5 years, you will be commissioned as Indian Air Force officer by the President of India. So this is the rank structure and the promotion. Basically, you will join as flying officer, promoted to flight lieutenant, squadron leader, up to wing commander. Up to wing commander is the time scale. By 13 years of service, you will become wing commander. Group captain onwards is selection process based on your previous performances. It is once you become group captain, then it is air commodore. So this is the rank which I am bearing. Air commodore, air vice marshal, air marshal and air chief marshal. And finally, marshal of Indian Air Force, which is only one, who was Air Marshal Arjun Singh. These are the things. I just wanted to compare it with what is with the IPS. So because when you commission into Indian Air Force or Indian Army or Indian Navy, you will be equivalent to the IPS, IAS and IFS officers. So the equivalence is the flight cadet is equivalent to Assistant Superintendent of Police, and in my rank I am equivalent to the Deputy Inspector General, that is DIG, and next is Inspector General and DGB. So this is the promotion structure which is available in Indian Air Force. And you just see the pay structure of the officers. This is 7th pay commission. So as per 7th pay commission, when you get inside Air Force, during your training period, the stipend of around 56,400 rupees will be given every month, and which will now, with the 8th pay commission coming in, which will get increased to maybe around 80,000 to 90,000. That is what we are expecting. And once you become officer, commissioned officer, within after your training, all will get through the training. There is no one who will come out of the training, because training is such a thing that even if you are not in a position to get trained, we will ensure that you are getting trained. That is what is the system of training we are having. Once you get the pay band of 56,100 to 17,700, 1,77,500 with military service pay and other paraphernalies, you will get almost around 1.5 lakhs per month from the flying officer onwards. After your commissioning, you will be getting into the field units. These are some of the commands. There are 5 operational commands and 2 support commands. So inside the commands, you will get into the operational area. And these are some of the aircraft where you will be in a position to work on. LCA Rafale Su-30 MiG-21 Bison, which is phased out now, MiG-29 Mirage 2000 Jaguar, and whoever is getting into transport, then AN-32 Dornier C-130, IL-76, C-17, IL-78, and helicopters you can work on. Apache is an attack helicopter, Mi-26 Chinook heavy lift helicopters, Cheetah, Mi-17, Chetak and Mi-35, these are all lightweight helicopters. Dhruv, Prachant, which are indigenous helicopters, and also you can work on the air surveillance aircrafts like AWNC and AWACS. I just told only the aircraft. There are n number of systems available, which is about Air Force network, communication, radar, surface-to-air guided weapons. So everyone will be having a different opportunity to work in any of the places. And after coming out, let us say after 10 years of service in Indian Air Force, 10 years of service in Indian Air Force, when you come out as an Air Force officer, the opportunity outside is further big to you. With not only the pay, the allowances are great. Flying allowance, technical allowance, field area allowance. So whatever you name it, the allowances are great. And some of the important things are the perks. You will get furnished accommodation in all the bases, free medical cover to self as well as the dependents, CSD facilities, leave travel concession, loan facilities. Leave is up to 60 days annual and 20 days of casual leave. You also get study leave. 2 years you can take study leave and do your higher education. And also, during service, you can do MTech in IITs, IASC and other places through the service selection. And also, Defense Services Staff College, the Air Staff course abroad as well as inside. You can go for all higher educations and you will have a good amount of life insurance cover. If you are interested in adventure activities, you can also get into the adventure activities which is there, which is conducted as part of the Air Force only. So with this, I am coming to the end, telling about requirement strategies and the opportunities. Just see this video. Let you be one among them. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful and inspiring words, which will remain in our minds for a long time. As a token of deep respect and appreciation, our NEC Alumni Association presents an appreciation certificate and present. We request our correspondent, Thiru K. Arunachalam, sir, to kindly present it to our chief guest. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor A. Rajeshwaran, Principal Lakshmi Ammal Polytechnic College, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I express my sincere remembrance and gratitude to our founder chairman of KR Consortium and institutions, Kalvi Thanthai Thiru K.RAMASAMY, for his vision and services made to the rural community with social responsibility. It is my duty to thank Air Commodore S. Balamurugan, VSM, distinguished alumnus of National Engineering College and Command Engineering Officer, Indian Air Force Headquarters, Eastern Air Command, Shillong, for having delivered the 7th Memorial Day lecture of our founder chairman on the topic Engineering Your Way to the Defense Services, Requirements, Strategy and Opportunity. So which is very much useful for the young engineers aspiring to join defense services. Thank you, Air Commodore Balamurugan, for your valuable lecture. I express my heartfelt thanks to the chairman of KR Consortium and institutions, vice chairman, the correspondent, and all the managing committee members for their presence and guidance. I thank the director of National Engineering College, principals of KR College of Arts and Science, National Engineering College for their presence and guidance in organizing the programs. I express my thanks to the legal advisor, auditor, medical officers, and all other guests who have joined us with fondly remembrance in paying tributes to our founder chairman today. I thank all the faculty members, staff, students of KR Consortium and institutions who have participated in this event through online and offline. It is my duty to thank the coordinators, co-coordinators, conveners and members of various committees, staff members and maintenance of department, volunteers of NCC, NSS for their efforts and services rendered in organizing today's event. I thank all the members of present media and all other who are present here. Once again, I thank one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे गाहे तव शुभाशिष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे